Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Part of the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And the first time War with Cinema history, we are re-recording an episode because of the mishap of the computer last time. So we did two for the money.
The whole county lost power at the same time. How crazy was that?
Is that what happened?
That's what I'm telling people.
No, it was definitely just a mishap. Just a technical error. Fucking computer crashed. It happens. You know, I had to do more to my computer because it was still having issues.
Really?
Yeah, I had to buy a new power supply. I know that means nothing to you, but yeah.
You're speaking Chinese to me right now.
Right. You don't know. You don't deal with the whole computer thing, but I had to get a new power supply, but she's good. She's trucking along.
But I do hate that you had to do all that. I feel bad for that.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's start a Patreon and everyone can pay us back and start paying our monthly.
God, that'd be cool as shit, man.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But we are doing two for the money. We reviewed it. We did a whole episode.
Work hard for the money.
So we're going to re-review the movie. So we're going to try to get the same beats.
How much do you think the licensing for that song to use it in the video? Because I feel like it goes with the movie. Work hard for the money. Even though it has nothing to do with
I'm
it.
not even sure how that works, how much certain songs are, because I know some are just astronomical. They ask way too much.
Well, getting a random song from the 80s, probably gonna pay 50, 60 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a Beatles song, probably a couple mil.
Yeah, exactly.
Just depends on who you want and how bad you want them.
Right. Some songs really work with movies. Oh, speaking of Suicide Squad.
Oh my God,
put a pin in that, because I want to talk about that after we talk about two for the money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It just all the music from the first Suicide Squad made me think of that. Half their budget was probably music from the first one.
They paid a music video company to edit that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's all fucked up.
Right. But two for the money.
Two for the money.
So this is
starring Pacino.
Mm-hmm. Matthew McConaughey.
Oh ha.
Came out in 2005 when you were still working on Mugs and Movies.
Yeah, and Mr. All Right, All Right, All Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know that driving a Lincoln. Jim Carrey does a great Matthew McConaughey impression.
Does he really?
He did it on the SNL 40th year reunion.
Oh, really?
And they were doing the, Celebrity Jeopardy with Will Ferrell, and he was playing Matthew McConaughey. And it was at that moment that I realized, did I turn off my Lincoln?
So, budget, 35 mil.
Really, yeah. 32 of it was Al Pacino's salary. That's a fun fact. Quick fun fact already.
Is that true, or are you just making shit up?
I mean, who knows, bro?
We never got into the Nick's fun facts. It's not real facts. It's just shit that you think.
Some of them are real.
Some of them are, but some of them are bullshit.
But that's what keeps the people going. That's what gets the people going.
They do the research. They look it up. Oh, Par's a fucking idiot. I'm gonna call him out on it.
Yeah, that's great. That's interaction, man.
Because that's what the wife did with the vacation review. You're that's the lady's daughter that's in that car. Kendra looked up he's full of shit. Oh, I miss Par fun facts. Accumulated worldwide 30,000, so it did not make its money back.
Fucking really? 30,000?
30 mil, I mean. I'm sorry, 30 mil.
Say, damn, bro. I paid to see that. I was part of that 30 grand.
So
Actually, I didn't pay. I was working there. They paid me to watch it.
Yeah.
Anyways. Because everybody doesn't know, a quick story, folks. I was actually born in a movie theater.
Born in Mugs and Movies.
And was, kept in a closet for the first 20 years of my life. It's a weird thing. I don't like to talk about it a lot. But.
Right, but that's why you're so into movies. It's just a part of you now.
Yeah, man, that was my life. I survived on fucking candy and, stale popcorn and shit.
Right.
For years. That's why I'm so fat.
What's my excuse?
And they they let me work there for a while, They trained me.
Right.
Showed me basic skills.
Right. That's how you've seen all these movies. You just work there for most of your life.
Yeah, man. Best time ever.
Right. So, this movie, I got a better grasp of it this time around. I like it a little bit more and I dislike it a little bit more. It's weird. It's a weird combination because I watched it the first time for the first podcast. But then I rewatched it just to give myself a refresher. And I just picked up on things this movie is not a rewatchable movie for me.
Yeah.
Because it has kind of a twist ending.
Mm.
And the twist doesn't really work second time around. How about you?
I mean, yeah, obviously you're not surprised or nothing, but like, I don't know. I still like it because it's like, he gets out,
That's true. Well,
he sets all the shit straight and he doesn't know the guy anything. He's not any better off. He's not any worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll go through the synopsis again. So Matthew McConaughey played,
yeah, he was a pretty good college quarterback and was playing arena football or, semi-pro football.
Right.
Takes a dive for the end zone, gets his leg snapped in half like a pretzel. Pretty good scene. Starts working for like a call center.
Yeah, he does like a 1-800 like call. I don't know what it is because he was talking about Jessica Simpson. Like,
I thought it was the same thing. Like, I thought he was still giving out tips.
No,
but, like it was a smaller scale.
No, what happened was he works for this like recording agency. Like, keep up with Jessica Simpson, find out like what she thinks about panty lines. It was really weird. Like, I picked up on that the second time because I was thinking the same thing when I watched it the first time. But what happens is there was a guy that did picks and he got sick or something and couldn't do his picks. So Matthew McConaughey filled in to do the picks, but he found out he's actually really good at it.
Yeah.
So he went 11 for 12?
Yeah.
And that's what caught Al Pacino's character's attention. Like, this dude actually is really good at picking, so he wants to fly him out and see what he's all about.
And Pacino, you don't know it right off the rip, but he was like a degenerate gambler and like got sober, and went to Gambling Anonymous, and which I did not know existed until I saw this movie, and it's probably because I was younger, but I did not really put two and two together that you could really just throw your life away betting on sports. Like,
yeah, some people have like healthy addictions.
I've seen I've heard, like, I looked into it, because what made me was when I watched that movie The Gambler with Mark Wahlberg. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't know if it was any good, so I just didn't.
That's going on your fucking list.
Was it good?
I loved it.
It was sitting at the like Walmart and Target for like the longest time, and it just looks like that straight to video.
No, it's really good. John Goodman's in it for like 10 minutes, and he's fucking gold in those 10 minutes. And
I'll take your word for it because you made me watch Rounders, and I loved that movie.
It's kind of got that same feel to it.
Okay, cool.
But it's just Edward Norton's character. There's no like guy that you want like to see redemption.
I see.
It's really great.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely want to check it out.
I think I own it. So
I'm sure you do.
But yeah. Anyway, so Al Pacino, he runs a sports betting, not a sports betting, but like a hotline that you call, and they give you tips from tell you who to bet on and shit. They got it everywhere.
Yeah, we talked about this on the first episode. Like, I didn't realize this was a thing.
Yeah.
But I realized it. Same thing with stocks. Like, I dated a girl. Her dad, this is what he did for stocks. He did a voicemail every day, like each morning. Like, so-and-so is on the rise, pick this, this is on the downfall, sell this kind of thing. And you paid him to call his phone line to get these like tips or whatever.
Right.
And it just makes so much sense. Like, I'm sure they have it for fucking everything.
Yeah.
So
for sure. But and this is also before, in case anybody's like, what the fuck? You got DraftKings and all that shit. Yeah, this is obviously before that.
Yeah.
I think there was still online betting, but it couldn't have been at the magnitude it is now.
Right.
Like, now anybody with a fucking smartphone can gamble.
Yeah, I was telling you how I worked with a guy that like he was obsessed with DraftKings. Like, that's all he talked about was fucking DraftKings.
Yeah, I know people that they spend like fucking hundreds of dollars a week on that shit. I don't do it personally, for one, because I have the worst luck in the fucking world when it comes to that shit.
Right.
Not to say I have a bad life or anything like that. Like, I think I'm very blessed and fortunate for the most part. But when it comes to luck and chance, I don't fare well.
Oh, same.
Like, I'm the type of person that can buy a $2 scratcher and lose $3. Like, I don't know how that happens, right?
Right. Like it's -1 and you got to give them $1.
And everybody's like, that'd be so great to hit that Powerball, And I'm like, yeah, you got to be in it to win it, And I just look at it like setting $2 on fire because I know that I'll never get that shit.
Right. But you don't know unless you play.
Exactly.
You know what pisses me off about that, though, when people talk about it? They're like, did you see how high the Powerball is? I'm definitely going to pay. Even at its lowest, it's a shit ton of money to you.
Oh, for sure.
That's what blows my mind. Is like, it's so high. Like, you don't even know what to do with $500 million.
I'd fucking figure it out.
Right. Not you, but you know those people that are like, it's so high, I'm gonna start betting on it. Like, you should probably bet it on $1 million.
No, you know what fucking pisses me off
What's
is
that?
when 85-year-old fucking grandmas win that shit. Like,
Right.
they're not gonna spend any of that fucking money
Yeah.
before they die. And guess what, bro? When they die, you can't leave it to anybody. It goes to the fucking state.
Yeah, does it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, you don't get any of that shit. Like, your kids get nothing.
Is that a par fact? Because I feel like it would get passed out.
I would almost bet on that one. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
I'm super interested.
You could do and that's another thing. If you want the full amount, you got to take a 20-year fucking payout, or you get like $2 million a year or whatever it is until they pay it off, or you take the lump sum, which is still a fuck ton of money, and that's what I would do.
Yeah, but they tax you like a fucking
but
shit
then
ton.
after they take that taxes, bro, the rest of it's yours. You don't have to fuck with it. They can't fuck
right.
with you no more. So I would take my
You would do lump sum?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. I think I would do the payout like every few, because even
like I said, bro, if you fucking get that blessing, bro, that you never have to worry about money for the rest of your life, and you're gonna spit in that face of that blessing and chance it by 20 years.
But that's the thing. That's 20 years of guaranteed money instead of like the payout blowing your load and then just being broke again.
Yeah, and then you take care of your friends and family, and then the people that thought they were your friends and family fucking kill you because you didn't save any money with their ass.
That's true. I watched those.
The lottery ruined my fucking life. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Not only that, but just the people that have killed people over lottery tickets.
Yeah, the one guy that won in Lakeland, he got fucking buried under his house in his driveway.
Did he really?
Yeah, his girlfriend killed him.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. There was this one lady. She won the lottery, and her ex-boyfriend tried to get back with her, and she wouldn't like take him back, so he fucking killed her. It's like crazy.
Yeah, because he wouldn't get no money, so neither would she.
It's a curse.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so real quick, because I'm ignorant when it comes to sports. Like, I watch football when it comes on if my team's playing, but I'm not a hardcore sports fan. I'm just not that. I'm not that kind of breed of person.
I've hung out with you.
Yeah, right. I just need to let people know that are listening. Like,
this guy's a very small to casual sports fan. If you want to call him that.
So when it comes to like, what is it called? Fantasy football. How does that like work?
Fantasy football is completely different.
Is it really?
Yeah,
okay, I wasn't sure.
It's completely different than gambling because fantasy football, you draft a team, and you, depending on how many people are in the league, you know, what you pick in, you know, you always want to try to, the first thing you got to get is a quarterback, you know, because whatever, and it kind of works like Madden, but not Madden. Whatever your quarterback throws for and how many touchdowns and interceptions, whatever, that's how many points that quarterback gets.
Yeah.
Same thing with the running back, wide receivers. You get 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a running back, and then you get a flex player. That's either you can use another receiver, a tight end, or a running back. You pick a defense, you pick the whole defense, not a single player.
So you're just picking players from like any team. You're just picking like
whoever you can. You want to try to get who you think. And here's the thing about it. You would just say, well, you're going to go for the best players every time, right?
Not necessarily, yeah.
But here's the thing. Like, if you pick somebody that's on a really good team, they're not going to get the ball as much.
Yeah.
Because they have to share it.
Right.
If they're on a good team and they're winning at the end of the year when the fantasy football, because it ends at the end of the regular season. Fantasy football is only for the first 17 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So your Super Bowl is the garbage, what we call garbage time weeks. Like, if your team's already locked up a seed, these games don't matter. They'll put fucking backups in. Well, you need those starting players to get you your numbers. And if you don't have the backups on your fucking team, guess who ain't getting no points? So you can't win.
Right.
The reason why I don't fuck with fantasy football is because if you are a real fucking football fan and you have a team, like, to me, I don't think that you can give your team all that, you know, all your support, because I played fantasy football 1 year when my starting quarterback and like half the team got fucking hurt and I knew we were garbage.
Yeah.
So I knew we weren't going to be in the playoffs. So I played fantasy football and I was good at it because I've watched football my whole life and I know what players will fucking go off.
Right.
Got all the way to the Super Bowl.
Damn.
But because I picked players that were on good fucking teams, they weren't playing. So my team got fucking their heads beat in because the other guy, he had been doing that shit for years and he
already knew.
He picked all these fucking dudes that I barely even knew their names and they fucking killed me.
Oh, shit.
But it sucked because, like, even though my team was down that year, I always give my full support. Like, if we go 0-16, fuck it. We went 0-16 together. You know what I mean? Fuck it. We'll do better next year.
Yeah, that's a real fan.
But when you play fantasy football, you're not rooting for a team anymore. You're rooting for players.
Yeah.
Individual ones. And that nothing pisses me off more than when I'm at like a sports bar or something watching a game and somebody will be like, oh, that guy's on my fantasy team. I love him. Bro, you have a fucking jersey on from the team that hates that team. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know.
I just didn't understand that whole aspect of it. But so it is different than you know, betting on teams and stuff like that.
When you're betting on sports, you're betting the over under
that was another thing is that they do in this movie is he's like, let's say it's going to be 42 points over or under by 2 points. So what does that mean? I mean, I kind of get the idea. Like it's obviously 2 points under 42 points.
Right.
Is it just raising the stakes?
They're saying if they say the over under is 42, that's saying that both teams together will score 42 points. Will they score more than 42 or less than 42?
Yeah. And then he was like by 2, so it's like they have to hit like 40 points, which is 2 points under 42
or 44.
Right.
Or you don't it's called covering the spread.
Yeah.
If the spread's 42, you're betting that they're going to both score 42 points.
Right.
And that may be the two highest powered offenses in the league and they fucking put up 40 on everybody. But for some reason that night, the quarterback fucking stayed out too late and he can't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. And they scored 3 points and the other team puts up a normal 25 or 28, 35, something like that. You didn't cover the spread. So if you bet on them to cover the spread, you fucking lost.
Oh, damn.
And even with gambling, you're not really rooting for a team. You're rooting for numbers.
Right.
You want both teams to fucking score on each other. You want it to either be a barn burner or whatever.
Right.
It's really hard to handicap it. It really is rigged to help only the bookies and the casinos.
Yeah. So that'll get back to the movie because Al Pacino picks up Matthew McConaughey, takes him under his wing, and wants to see what he can do. And Matthew McConaughey's just like knocking it out of the park. He's doing like 10 out of 12 like picks.
Yeah.
Like he 11 for 11. Like he's fucking hitting these things. But there's
because he did play semi-professional football, he's able to.
He also like studies.
Right.
He knows the players and stuff like that.
Well, he knows personal trainers. He knows friends, secretaries and shit like that. And he uses all that together. Like if the guy's playing or he's not or whatever.
Exactly. He can read.
And he works out while he does it.
Yeah.
Like there's a really good montage of him like doing.
Can I just say
burpees.
No. He was just doing curls. And if you're into fitness, you're not just doing curls. Like it was the one part of the movie.
I'm sorry, do you look like Matthew McConaughey?
This is very true, but he didn't do just curls.
Whatever
he's
doing,
body.
I'm gonna do what he said. Like what he's doing, I'll fucking do it. Like,
you're just in your fucking house with the barbell doing curls. Like I'm gonna get there one day.
Have my wife hold a book in front of my face, turn the page, curling. Yeah, that'd be.
But that's what I liked about I think it was Batman v Superman when you seen like Superman or Bruce Wayne working out.
CrossFit
like
Batman.
It's basically CrossFit Batman. But that's kind of the stuff he would be doing to stay in shape because it's like conditioning but strength, not just fucking curls in his fucking office. I just thought that was
Batman,
a weird,
bro. He's picking sports like, and then Pacino's like sees all this and he flies him out and he's like, I see something in you. I see myself in you. I think you got a good, future in this business.
Right.
And I want to give you an opportunity to come work for me. And he puts him up in a nice apartment and gets him a fucking Mercedes. And his wife is played by Renee Russo. And I think she's a pretty good looking woman.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like just kind of that vibe. Like, is the wife into him? Because who wouldn't fuck Matthew McConaughey?
I picked up on a lot more the second time around. Like whenever Al Pacino like does his like interview, I guess he's like, go get your manicure. Talk to this lady. She's a really nice lady, very pretty. So he's talking to her, and she seems like interested in him because she's asking a lot of questions, and that's like a flag for guys. Like, oh, she's into me, so let me see how far I can take this. So Matthew McConaughey's like, how would you like it if I took you out to dinner? She's like, oh, I'm married to Al Pacino. Whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like he sent her as like the last judge.
But that's what she said is like, he's like, how many of his associates come see you? She's like, all of them. So it's setting something up that you don't realize on the first watch around because you don't pick this stuff up. But on the second round, you pick these little things up.
Right.
So yeah, she's like, hey, I'm married to him. So whatever. So obviously off limits.
Right.
And that's when he starts. Another weird thing to me is he wants him to be a personality.
Yeah.
He wants him to take on this persona of this like rich,
Mark
wealthy.
Anthony, I think is his name.
No, John Anthony.
John Anthony. Right?
Yeah. And I thought that was really strange because he's wanting him to do something that, you know, he's not comfortable with doing. I don't know. I just didn't get that. Like, what was the point?
Well, it's like
of that?
he had the look, but like at the time he was trying to sell that show, and he's trying to sell him as this guy that like is a guaranteed pick. He's like Robert De Niro in Casino. If you bet with this fucking guy, you're gonna win. You're gonna get a Ferrari. You're gonna get that lady that wouldn't bang you.
But it's like Matthew McConaughey said, like, let me pick and then get a show or what. I forgot what he said, but you know, a person that, you know,
because I think at the beginning Pacino really did want him to succeed.
Is that what it was? Because
either that or he didn't think that he would be able to get the most money out of him unless they liked him.
Yeah.
Because I think that he's like, not only is he the talent, but I can look at you. I can also put you out front.
Right. Yeah, because he is a good looking man, but he also has to like play the part. He has to be an actor. And
Pacino, and Pacino, you find out later on in the movie, has just been raking in this fucking money the entire time, you know?
Okay, spoilers. Let me just lay it out so we can kind of like stop, so I can stop dancing around this. There's 2 plot points that are going on, and I think they're fighting for dominance, and that's the part that I don't like about this movie. So on the one hand, there is Matthew McConaughey that's being taken in by Al Pacino to do these picks and to, you know, be a good picker.
The golden boy.
Right, exactly, and further Al Pacino's business or whatever. But there's also an underlying story that you find out at the end that Al Pacino hired Matthew McConaughey to kind of like make his wife, or to see if his wife cheats on him with him.
Right.
And those 2 storylines are kind of fighting for each other, because the reason I have a problem with it is because whenever he's doing the picking and stuff, I'm not sure if Al Pacino is actually invested in him or he's just kind of playing along just for his own little game about his whole wife.
Oh no, he was, because he was sinking thousands of dollars into what this guy was picking every week.
Right, so there was a point where he was like really invested in him as a picker.
And then like I think he was so wrapped up in his gambling addiction that like he started making shit up in his head, almost like, you know, like, oh, not only are you losing me fucking money, but you want to fuck my wife too on top of it, huh?
You think so?
Because like there is that part in the movie where it makes it seem like he's just passing the reins to him. Like, I'm here to show you this game, and then I'm going to let you be successful. Like, this is going to be yours. Like,
right. And this is the part of the movie that I really, really enjoyed, where Matthew McConaughey is like
goes
this
11 for 12 or whatever it is.
Right, an insane amount.
Wins all these people all this fucking money. And Pacino's throwing fucking money in the office and all this shit. And McConaughey walks up. He's like, "Do we have a good week, boss?" And he's like, "You bet we did, kiddo," and shit. And they're like hugging and gives him fucking champagne. And he's like, "Here, I want you to have this. This is your bonus.
This is your cut," and it's $100,000. But he just won $1 million, so it's kind of like, you know, chunk change. Right. Not chunk change, but it's not like comparatively to $1 million. He doesn't feel like he's being paid his worth.
And he's like, "Come on, boss. This is the." He's like, "Yeah." And Pacino makes it seem like he's just gonna, you know, give him the hug, like, you know, kid, it'll get bigger from here. But he grabs him like with this fucking look, and he says it into his ear like it's a whisper, but it's such a threat at the same time.
Yeah.
I will just give something to you. You've got to rip it out of my cold, dead hands.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just lets you know that, like, you know, Pacino's character, he's with the shits too.
Right.
You don't stay big in this business by not being a wolf, you know?
Right, exactly. And that's the part of this movie that I really enjoyed, is Matthew McConaughey is a very, like, he has morals. Like, at the beginning of the movie, he even said he's like a religious man. So he cares about people, but he's in a game where, like, you can't have feelings.
He's not from a big place either.
Right.
And he's in New York City in this, you know, and it's kind of like Babe in the Woods. Or did I say that right?
Babe in New York, or Babe in
the
town,
big city, or whatever.
Babe in the big city. Yeah, I know what you're saying though.
But yeah, you're just it's a guy that's out of his element,
right?
And you know, he's getting all this great things thrown at him, you know, so fast you don't have time to think.
But it's a good thing that it's a good point that you brought up that scene, because Matthew McConaughey does take on that persona after that. Like, oh, if I want to play this game, I have to act like this.
Yeah,
right. And he like he comes into
the next week. He's all cocky and shit, and he starts changing.
Yeah, exactly. So he has this like 180. Like he goes into the office and Al Pacino's like, where are you going? We got this thing to do. He's like, I'm gonna go play golf with this client. He's like, you can't. He's like, I'm gonna do it, boss. Like, you're not gonna stop me.
He's like, I'm 11 for 12, man. I do what I want.
Yeah,
Shit
exactly.
like
He's like, we'll talk about it tomorrow. He's like, not coming in tomorrow. Like, he's like, if, this is how you want me to be, this is how I'll be. So it was a good turning point. That's what I'm
like,
saying is like, I love that aspect of the movie.
He's like, don't you want to go over your picks? He's like, do them right now.
Yeah.
This, and he's just fucking running through them real quick.
So, I had a question about that. What do you think happens with the whole pick thing? Because obviously he's riding high, but there does come a turning point where Matthew McConaughey does start losing. He goes like 2 for 8. Like, he starts losing his picks. But the one turning point is one of the underlings comes in and Matthew McConaughey asks, like, what team do you like? He's like, I don't know. That's your job. He's like, you do my job. I'll do your job tomorrow. You do mine today. So he picks like Seattle or whatever. He's like, all right. And what do you think? 42 over under? He's like, nah, I don't feel comfortable with that. And then he's writing down what this kid is saying.
It's the week he goes 11 for 12.
Yeah.
He goes, sir, there's like $1 million on this game. He's like, oh, there's a lot more than that.
Right. So, but my question is this him not caring or him just being that cocky?
I think because it was before he went the 11 for 12, and it was before
it was
before Pacino showed him his true colors.
Mm-hmm.
I think he thought that it wasn't all about what you know, because he was a football player, and that I was just about to say. At the end of the day, that's why it's hard to handicap sports.
Yeah,
because any given Sunday, the worst team, you got to remember, man, everybody gets paid to play that game.
Right.
The worst player in the NFL is still fucking take your ass to school.
Well, that's why I was so surprised on the last season is like Browns is like jokingly the worst team in the NFL, arguably, but they made it to the playoffs last season. And it's like, wow, how the fuck did they do that?
20 fucking years. Yeah.
Exactly. So like you said, any given Sunday, any team has a chance.
And that's right, dude. There was a guy that put all that fucking money on the Bucks, because that's really the only way you can make money is if you bet on the underdog. You have to bet on the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to hope that they put up X amount of points or whatever. Most bets, there's like 3. You have to get the over under, you have to pick the winning team, and you have to pick like the final score or whatever.
Right.
I'm not like 100% into it because I've never done this shit, but
yeah.
I've picked it up over the years.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot more exposure than I do.
But the guy put down, I forgot how much money it was, but he ended up winning like fucking $10 million, $6 million because he picked everything right. He fucking hit every one of them.
Yeah, but that's like winning the lottery, just picking all the right numbers. Because it is all about the numbers.
The odds are a little bit better than that just because of the fact that, well, it's kind of fucked either way because like you're spending a lot more of your own money.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy a lottery ticket, you're only losing what you're spending on tickets.
Right.
$2 a pop. You buy one ticket, that's not gonna hurt anything.
Right.
You waste $2 on shit every day.
Right.
If you spend $100 on tickets every week, then you're losing a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
That's getting.
But it makes your chances higher.
Right.
Right.
But with gambling, it's only you win or you lose. There's no fucking, I've seen people that you play the lottery, you hit 2 out of 6 numbers, you get like a couple $100 or $100 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
With gambling, bitch, you either hit or you didn't. And
right.
It can go. But yeah, dude.
So do you think it was him just like knowing that like his knowledge doesn't matter anymore? He can just pick whatever and win?
I think with that,
or not win, but have a better.
I think with that one, he had tousled with it for so long that he just drove himself crazy with it. And he was just like, fuck it, the next person I ask, whatever they say. And that's what I feel like. I'm going to go with it.
Right.
And he asked that fucking kid because like, that's the kind of thing, like, that was the kind of guy he was. He believed in fate. Like, I'm either going to get this shit right or I'm not.
Yeah. But the thing I don't think he realizes is he brought a lot more to the table. Like, I brought up Moneyball the first time we did this because it reminded me a lot of it.
Right.
Is because they do the same kind of thing. They're looking at numbers and comparing numbers to build a team. He's doing that whenever he picks teams, is he's looking at numbers, looking at players. Like, so I don't think he realizes what he brought to the table. And I think he just lost that.
And I think that he thought I don't think because he was in the small leagues,
Yeah.
And then when you're doing something like that, and like I said, that was what Pacino. I think he was looking for that. He was looking for that guy.
But the underling that gave him the picks, they actually won
right.
on those picks.
Yeah.
So I think it was a switch in his brain, like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter. And that's when he starts like free picking.
Maybe.
Like you said, whenever he goes out to golf, he just kind of like circles a bunch. He's like, you're making Sunday's picks on it, or you're making Sunday's picks on a Tuesday.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
I think that was more of like a fuck you to Pacino.
Oh,
like,
you think it was?
Yeah, because it was like it was 2 days after he had gave him the fucking, you got to rip the money out of my cold dead hand shit.
Right.
And
that's what I wasn't sure of. Like, was
I
it
think
him?
It was half of him playing into like, you want me to be this fucking guy? Let me show you how this fucking guy acts. And then at the same time, I was like, you think you're gonna just fucking treat me like shit? All right. He was kind of like pouting at him because like Pacino did a really good job of bringing him in. Like, you're like my fucking son now.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up. So Matthew McConaughey, the beginning of the movie, it talks about he's like, the only thing my dad cared about was sports. So I figured if I put enough trophies on the shelf, he would stay. But that wasn't the case.
Right.
My dad ended up leaving when I was 9, but he still like was invested in sports. But he has this broken relationship with his father, and Al Pacino knows that, and he kind of plays on that throughout the movie. Because he says times, he's like, I'm like your father, you know.
And there's a part that it's like in the first 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I would imagine, where they're walking through the airport and Pacino fakes a fucking heart attack.
This is like halfway through the movie, yeah.
Was it halfway?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that.
Yeah.
Maybe. But anyways, this is a great scene because it kind of lets you know like what kind of dude Pacino is. Like, you know, he acted it so well. Like, oh, I'm fucking dying. I need the pills. And he's like, he does it the same way, but it's the friendlier version. He's just like, I'm just fucking with you. I had to know I could trust you or some shit like that.
Right, because what they're doing is they're going on like he's the guy they're going to see is the biggest sports bettor in the world.
Right.
So he wants to know his commitment to Al Pacino. But I have to say, like, Matthew McConaughey is such a good actor. Like, that part particularly, like, it looks like he's really crying.
That's why I like this movie probably the most or what I like the most about this movie is I think it's a hidden McConaughey gem.
Right.
This was the movie that I was like, oh, okay, this guy's not just abs and a pretty face. So this guy could actually fucking act too, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, the acting is superb. Like, Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey bring their A game, and
see, I don't feel the same way about Pacino in this one. It's not.
I mean, he's not over the top, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't like over the top Al Pacino, unless it's like little spurts. Like in
say fucking Michael Corleone, the first two. He does the best going off the fucking handle. Dude. Right. He's so calm, so cold, calculated, and then just fucking like when he rips into fucking Diana Keaton. You fucking bitch! He fucking throws the chair halfway across the room, smacks the fucking shit out of her.
My favorite Al Pacino is Heat. When he's like calm, collected, but he does have his moments where it's like he like loses it, and that's my favorite Al Pacino. But I feel like he did a good job at like keeping it calm and collected. Didn't go like over the top. I enjoyed him in this movie. I think he did a good job. You don't think so?
Yeah.
But
it's not like I said he did a bad job. I don't know.
Right. It's not the Al Pacino that we're all used to.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. It's just the script of juggling these two kind of plot points that kind of like didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So let me talk about the whole wife thing, because that's a big plot point. Like I said, it's like kind of like a twist at the end. So Matthew McConaughey is a good picker, and he's good at reading people, like how the game is being played. But he also picks that up in his like normal life too. So he realizes Al Pacino is like up to something, and he's trying to figure out what it is. And he finally realizes Al Pacino's using him to see if his wife will cheat on him with him. And I don't know how he picks this up. It's not a clear indication, but there's one time when Matthew McConaughey takes his wife home. He's like, I'm going to kiss you. But then the camera pans and he's whispering something to her that you can't audibly understand on purpose. And they kiss, and then it pans up to Al Pacino standing and watching them. They go inside, and then, you know, it's left up to your interpretation what happened after that. Obviously, you're supposed to think that they had intimate relations, but at the end of the movie, Al Pacino confronts his wife about the whole thing. She's like, he was right. He did the best pick of his life, or the best pick of his career. He knew that you were trying to pin us against each other, and I didn't want to believe it, but he was right. He's like, yeah, but you did it. You fucked him. She's like, no, he kissed me, told me you were probably watching, and then walked out the back door. So Al Pacino was kind of left with his dick in his hand. Like,
well, also like I think he needed something to throw at her because he was gambling again. There's another great scene in the middle of the movie where they go to a gambling anonymous.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You think like you're gonna get a good quality, like a redeeming quality out of Pacino's character. Like he's gonna be like, "Look, guys, I ruined my fucking life with gambling." Ooh-ha. And he doesn't. He's just like, "We're picking more winners than 35% of this and that." And he's handing out cards, and he's like, "You have to leave. This is gambling anonymous."
Right? Yeah.
It's really funny.
That was a really funny part. I love that a lot.
That was a good part.
But yeah, so
And Jeremy Piven, he does a good job in the 5 minutes he's in it.
right, he does. Oh, I forgot to talk about Jeremy Pivens.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Pivens is the old golden child,
Right.
and Al Pacino's moving on to Matthew McConaughey and kind of putting Jeremy Pivens to the side.
That's one thing I will say about Pacino's character. I thought he was very strategic in that. Like he was the old wolf, because he knew that by belittling the fucking old favorite in front of the new favorite is going to make you think that, like, I believe in you. I don't believe in this fucking asshole. I believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he had a bad week when he went 11 for 12. And he's like, "You're fucking dog shit. What'd you go 4 for fucking 12 last week?" And he's like, "Come on, it's one bad week." He's like, "I picked 60 2 weeks ago." And he's like, "Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my life."
Because I think Pivens is doing what they did in Moneyball. He's literally like just doing the numbers. He's not even watching the games, I think, because he was talking about programs or whatever. So he's matching numbers together. He's not.
He's
matching,
a stats guy.
Right.
He's going just purely like, okay, this guy's a fucking machine. There's no way he's going to let you down this week.
Right. So he, like you said, he's probably picking like 60%, which is better than half. So you're doing okay.
Well, he's being safe.
Yeah.
With his picking. He doesn't take in the heart factor. And that's a category that they can't put a stat on.
Right. And that's
is a man's heart,
Yeah. And that's what Matthew McConaughey knows. And that's his like talent. And
that's his superpower in this movie is he can feel it because he was a player and, this and that.
Right.
And he has so much love for the sport.
Yeah. So the one storyline of Matthew McConaughey being this like no-name guy being picked up by this picking agency, doing really well, making a bunch of money, letting it get to his head, having his downfall, and then just going back to his old life, realizing that's not the life for him. So he's going back to what he knows.
It's a mirage, yeah.
All right. That's the storyline I love about this movie. I really like it. The one with Al Pacino hiring him to kind of like play him against his wife to see if she'll cheat. I kind of hated that storyline, and I wish it wasn't in this.
Now that we're like talking about it and like running through it again, and I'm thinking about the movie in my head, like you almost don't need that fucking story.
You don't at all.
You really don't. Like if anything, it does. You're right. It does kind of take away from the movie overall.
And when you like, if you go back and rewatch it lately, you'll pick up on those little things that they have to add into the movie to kind of set up that storyline.
Yeah.
It's like you don't really need that. Like take those out, focus on the picking. It's a great fucking movie.
I think it would have been better if like her character would have been like her trying to warn Matthew McConaughey, like you think he's your friend, you think he's here to help you.
That would have been a great line. Yeah.
He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like,
right.
He's gonna ruin your fucking life.
You think he's your father, but once you start losing him money, he's gonna leave you on the side of the street like Jeremy Pivens.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a new guy.
Stop saying Pivens. It's Piven.
Piven. Oh, we did this last time too. It's Pivens.
You ever watch that skit from Key and Peele when they're talking about Liam Neeson? They say Liam Neeson's. Can we talk about the Liam Neesons? Can we talk about the Liam Neesons movie? Taken, bro? Taken?
I have not seen that one.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
Because they're like two concierges at a nice fancy hotel, and they're both wearing like, or they're valets, some shit like that.
Yeah.
They're just two guys standing outside of a building bullshitting. And they have to like act like they're like all serious and shit when like customers walk by, but then they're like, "Can we talk about Liam Neeson's?" It's so fucking funny. It's all about movies and shit.
Yeah.
But you should look that up. It's fucking hilarious.
I should. I started to go back and rewatch their old skits because they have one of the funniest skits to me in the entire world. I don't know why. I love it when people mess up people's names. And then they don't correct
inner
it.
City teacher. Inner city substitute teacher.
Right.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron. It's Aaron. Don't fuck with me. I know it's AA Ron. That is the funniest skit to me ever. I die laughing, and I've seen it a million times.
What was the other one? What was the Balake? Is there a Balake in here? My name's Blake. Don't you play with me, boy. You knew I was saying your damn name.
Right.
That shit was too funny.
That shit is so funny. So I don't know. I don't have a whole lot more to say about this one. I actually feel like we talked about it more this time around than we did the first time.
Yeah, the other one, I remember we went off on a big Robin Williams tangent.
Robin Williams and your fucking...
then my backstory, my origin story.
Your origin story of Mugs and Movies.
Though, I mean, I know that it didn't have shit to do with the movie, but like, it was, I don't know, man. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, because we were talking about the NC-17 Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. Yeah, we had a good little conversation about that, too. But... yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought we definitely did a better job of doing it. Maybe you should delete one every once in a while, just so get another crack at it. You know,
maybe we can go back to old movies that we did the first time around and rewatch them and see what you think about it now. Like, let's go back to Enemy.
Certain ones.
You don't want to rewatch Enemy?
That maybe. Yeah, I would watch that one again.
Which ones would you not want to rewatch?
Nothing. I would never watch nothing. I would never watch Stalker. Never watch Stalker again.
That's fair.
I'd watch Primer again. Because, you know, you gave it to me. That's how much I like Primer.
Right. Well, I'm going to be giving you...
The Sasquatch Gang, I want to borrow that again. Like, that was funny as shit. I don't know why, but Justin Long cracked me the fuck up.
I told you that movie's so great. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's like an innocent, like, stupid fun, man. It's like a Napoleon Dynamite. I think I said that when we did that one.
Yeah, definitely.
I did enjoy that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's one I wish I could find while I'm hunting, dude.
Never going to find it.
Probably not, dude.
Never going to find that one.
But...
the fact that I have it on Blu-ray is amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy that you have it on Blu-ray.
No. So, what do you give this one?
I'm gonna give it a 7.3 out of 10. So I think it's a good movie, but like I said, I think it's a hidden McConaughey gem.
If we start doing T-shirts eventually, I'm gonna put like
7.3.
I give it about a 7.
Because I feel
or
like
the collector.
Because I feel like if it's an 8 or better, it's got to be great.
It's one of your like favorites. Yeah,
it's great.
But then it's like 6 or lower. It's like,
I didn't hate it, but I didn't enjoy it either. And then like
I love that 7 is your like middle ground.
Yeah, because a 5 doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? Like a 5, I feel is like you're borderline didn't like the movie.
Right. Yeah. You didn't like half of it and you liked half of it.
Right. Usually when I give like for a while I gave some 6s for a while, and but I think the last shitty one I gave was fucking Stalker. I think I gave that bitch about a 2.
Oh, if that,
or maybe a negative. I don't even remember.
I think you gave it a 2 because you're like, at least it looked pretty.
Yeah. For the 4 hours of fucking, same nothing shit I watched. Yeah. Dude, that fucking meme I made, my face watching Stalker, and
that was pretty great. That was probably one of my favorites that you've done.
Kid's fucking face just like, laying on the table because I was
watching Stalker.
I said, I fucking feel your pain, little fella. I feel your pain.
I want to go back and buy that director's more movies. I want to see more of his work.
Yeah,
I'm very ignorant to his work.
There's probably a reason for that,
right? I'm probably gonna change my rating. I don't think I gave this a recommended.
What, this?
Yes.
I thought you said it was
2
like
for the money.
I don't know I think you said you were recommended.
It's a
maybe not
for Matthew McConaughey and Al Pacino, recommended just for their careers because, like you said, I don't think we mentioned it this time around, but this is right after Matthew McConaughey does his like rom-coms and stuff like that. He's like slowly stepping out of his comfort zone of those.
This, like I said, this was like the first movie that I was like, oh, this guy's not just like a fun, like a pretty face. This dude could actually act.
Right. And I enjoyed Al Pacino in this one. I think this is one of his better acted roles that aren't really talked about. So I give it a recommended. Definitely check this one out.
Do you have a top 5 McConaughey list?
No.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Do you?
No particular order.
I think some of them are the same because
oh yeah, for sure. There's
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I love that one though.
Yeah,
that's like probably my number 1, maybe 2.
Me too.
Guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasure.
Oh, fucking Sahara. Love Sahara, man. That's just a fun adventure movie, bro. Steve Zahn is gold in that movie.
Never seen Sahara, but you've never seen Mud, and that's one of my top 10.
I
top
do want to
5.
see. I do want to see Mud. Lincoln Lawyer. I loved Lincoln Lawyer.
I haven't seen that one. I don't think I've seen a lot of his movies.
I loved Lincoln Lawyer. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Nope.
Kind of funny. I liked it. Michael Douglas, great cameos in it.
Does Wolf of Wall Street count?
I mean, nah, not really.
He's just a
He's in it
cameo.
for 2 minutes. Yeah, like-
It's such a good scene, though.
oh,
I
yeah,
love
it's a
that
great
scene.
it's a great fucking scene. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta get those up. Numbers, fucking digits.
I just love that whole thing was like improv. The chest beating thing, that was just improv. And what was the name? Leonardo DiCaprio was like, I like that. We should put that in the movie. And then they fucking did.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to me. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey's like, that's just something I do before I do like start.
You know what's even crazier fucking fact is the fact that fucking Matthew McConaughey got an Oscar before Leonardo DiCaprio, bro.
That's very true. Yeah.
And then in the movie that they got, like, I don't like Dallas Buyers Club, not because it's not a great movie. It's just super fucking sad, and I'm not into that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I can appreciate a movie being good, and I can appreciate how it's made and everything, but I can't watch that shit over and over again.
Right, like
And it's just a serious subject matter movie.
Yeah, the Boy in Striped Pajamas.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I can't rewatch that.
Schindler's List, phenomenal movie, but I won't watch that bitch again. Like, it's just too fucking sad. I don't want to watch that again.
Right. My favorite, it's not a movie. My favorite Matthew McConaughey performance is True Detective.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. You're right. It's not a movie, but that is definitely a top 5 fucking performance.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. I'm glad you brought that up.
Right.
Woody Harrelson. I like Woody Harrelson. You know I do.
Yeah.
He fucking kills it in that. But McConaughey, he should have got an Emmy. I think he did win an Emmy for that, actually.
He should have.
Yeah, that was like after that, like I watched the second season of True Detective and it was fucking dog shit because he set the bar so fucking high.
Exactly. Like Mick was telling me though, like you have to go into True Detective season 2 without expectations. Don't think about the first one. Kind of think of it as like its own show.
No, I get it, but that's what I'm saying. But like not just the storyline, but like because the storyline wasn't bad, you know. And I don't think Vince Vaughn did a bad job. I don't think Colin Farrell did a bad job, but it just wasn't as interesting because Matthew McConaughey looked like a real deal fucking like strung out at the end of his rope cop.
Yeah.
Like he sold that shit perfectly.
My favorite scene of that whole fucking show is when Woody Harrelson comes out and just shoots the guy. And Matthew McConaughey's like, what was that for? And he tells him, oh, no. He's like, nice to see you commit to something. Like as soon as he shoots him, like, nice to see you commit to something. By far my favorite scene of that whole fucking movie.
I like it when he goes with the fucking skinheads to rob the trap house, and they fucking end up shooting the dudes. And then as he's getting away, they see these dudes coming out in the woodworks with fucking AKs, and I love it because like it's just crazy. And then you see the fucking choppers, and like it's that shit can happen.
Right, exactly. I want to rewatch that. It's such a good show.
That's you're making me want to. Like I might have to go get HBO fucking Max now. So I can watch True Detective.
You had it for Justice League, and then you canceled
I went
it?
to my mom's. I watched that shit, man. I didn't have $30, bro.
It was a good talk with you and Mick, by the way. I'm surprised he doesn't have HBO Max to watch Snyder Cut.
I was really let down by Instagram, man. I couldn't believe that they fucking kicked us off the live for being on there too long. I didn't know that was a thing.
I know.
I feel like I've seen people do lives for like an hour and a half.
As Mick was messaging me, he's like, we were too edgy because we brought up cancel culture, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then like soon after we got like taken off.
Yeah. Yeah, Mick's good shit, man. That was a good conversation.
Maybe
I think we should definitely do something with him.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, I don't mind doing the lives. I'll get on the War with Cinema channel and we'll do a live with all three of us.
That's what I was thinking of when I was doing it. Like I didn't get on there to just I didn't even know Mick was on. I just got on to talk about how much I like the Snyder Cut and you know, just shit like that. Like, which by the way, I got another chapter to my TikTok 8. Like,
oh my god, did we talk about it in the last episode? Yeah, we did. Okay, we saved the fucking thing because that is by far the funniest shit.
It's like I almost got a TikTok because of you.
Please add to the TikTok saga because I want to keep this going.
So I get home today, right?
Right.
So it took me so long to get over here. I was really upset. Hey.
More fake Pokemon cards?
No, dude. It's the same fucking videos, bro. Like, I have 20 videos on that fucking channel, bro. And this is the only 2 people fucking watch, bro. It's not true. I have other videos that got way more. But still, like, they're up there. They're in the top 5.
I love that you're making, like, an influence on TikTok though. Like you're making a presence.
Not really, dude. Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's a negative presence, but it's a presence.
But yeah. So I get there and I seen a comment from a kid.
Okay.
And he said, "These are fake." And I said, "I know, man. Honest mistake." I said, "Everybody has let me know that they're fake." You know, and I gave him like the thumbs up. You know, like,
you're trying to be like nice about the whole thing.
well, because I know there's a lot of kids. You know, at the end of the day, I get that this app was originally meant for children, and the fact that I'm a 30-something-year-old man. I mean, now I do this with my son. That's my whole thing. Like,
right.
my son loves Pokemon cards, and when I was a kid, I loved Pokemon cards. So, like, it's just a way for us to bond.
Right.
And I think it's a fun little hobby. You know, it's not a shit ton of money. I'm just, you know, I'm having fun with my kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "You're a fake collector. You should stop collecting." And I'm like, first of all, calm down, little man. Like, I just do this to have fun. I said, calm down, little man. It's all in good fun. I said, I've put 8 pack openings since, all real. And I put a smiley face. "Little man, I've been collecting Pokemon cards since before you were born." And I'm like, how? And then I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, because you don't see me in any of these videos. You see my son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, me and my son do this as a hobby. I was like, I'm sorry that I'm not a real collector. I said, I'm just having fun with my son.
Yeah.
And then this is where I got heated because he said, your kid is an idiot because he didn't realize the cards were fake.
Wow.
I wanted to be like, yo, where did you live?
Right.
Who is your father?
You're going to be like Jay and Silent Bob. Like,
I said, look, little man, I said, please don't talk about my son. Your parents wouldn't like it if I said something like that to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if you don't calm down, I'm going to have to block you, bro. And I don't want to do that. I've only had to block like 2 people because they were just being mean.
Yeah.
And they were both kids. Right. And I get it. Kids are little bastards sometimes, right?
Internet's making it so much worse.
Oh my God, bro. Because they can't get they can't get these hands in real life. You think I will fucking punch a 12-year-old in the throat, Greg? I'm about that life, bro. Fuck it. It's assault charge either way you look at it, bro. He's not my fucking kid.
Right.
Like, anyways. But I'm trying to stay positive, right? He puts again, what does he put? I'm not gonna, or he said, you're a fake collector. You can't afford, he's like, you're so poor, you can't even afford real cards. I feel bad for your kid.
Oh my God.
Da, da, da. And I'm like, apologize for what you said about my son. And he said, I will not apologize. You probably fending for himself. You're on welfare and food stamps. Can't afford real Pokemon cards. I fucking blocked him immediately. You little fuck. If I ever see you, it's on sight, little motherfucker.
Yeah, but then he won. You let him win. Don't.
I blocked him, bro. Like, because you can say what you want about me all fucking day, bro. Don't talk about my kid, man.
Right.
Because
I get it.
Because it's just for shits and giggles, bro.
Yeah, it's all for fun.
That little motherfucker couldn't calm down enough to just be like, yo, I said it was my bad.
Yeah.
And that's where I drew the line because I was like, you know what? I'm fucking tired of hearing comments about it. I'm just going to take these fucking videos off.
I was wondering, like, why haven't you deleted them yet? Because of all the negative comments.
Because, like you just said, then they win. Yeah. Fuck them, bro.
Right.
I hope y'all keep racking that bitch up. Get me certified on fucking TikTok.
Yeah, get me a little blue check mark.
Exactly, man. Get me verified, bro. Make TikTok have to send me a fucking check, dude.
Yeah.
That would be my way. That's my success. Fucking haters, dude. Oh, that's what I said to him. I think that was what I said right before he told me that my kid was on welfare and shit. It was, oh, fucker, dude. Is he said, I said, little man, hate is bad for your soul, bro.
Yeah.
I said, even though you're being a jerk, I still love you. And I gave him like the piece, like I'm done with this, you know. And then that's when he said my kid was on welfare and
right.
for himself. And I blocked the little motherfucker. Like, he had 2 fucking posts. He had like 20 followers and he followed like 16 people. I was like, man, fuck you. You suck too. You just mad because I'm shining on your little ass.
Right.
Anyways.
That would be funny if it was like a continuous thing of you buying fake Pokemon cards and putting them up. That's just like your thing.
Dude, I think next week I might go buy the whole fucking box, bro.
You should. Oh my God.
Mega opening.
Mega opening and they're all
These are all authenticated. Like, I would fuck people up, bro. Because, like, I ain't gonna lie. There are people on there that are very sweet.
Yeah.
And they are on there for the right reasons. And, like, it's because of those people that I wouldn't want to do it.
Right.
And even those people were like, oh, these are fake, but, you know, it's fine that you do this with your kid. You didn't know any better.
Right. They're educating you in a respectable manner, not calling you a fucking idiot
right.
on
And
welfare.
some of them are giving me tips like, hey, if you see this is an indication, or if it doesn't feel like this or whatever.
Right.
And I always like those comments because, like, at the end of the day, it is supposed to be a community and all that stuff. So, like, all right. But, man, that little fucker had me worked up today, dude. And I'm trying to take the high road. I'm trying to be a responsible adult.
Right.
Because, you know, this little fucker probably don't have a dad. He's probably mad already because I'm spending time with my kid.
Yeah, he's just projecting.
But that shit was funny.
I wish my dad would open Pokemon cards with me.
But I thought that shit was funny. He's like, I've been collecting Pokemon cards since before you was born. I was like, first of all, motherfucker, I was born before Pokemon existed, bitch. Second of all, and I called them pocket monsters. That had to piss him off. I was like, I've been collecting pocket monsters since they came out. So, and that was 20 years ago, bro. I don't know.
We start to show our age.
I don't know if I won that or if he won or not, but like, fuck that little jit, dude.
Don't engage.
I'm just trying to have fun with my children, bro. Like, stop ruining this shit for me.
Are you still doing the TikTok thing? Like,
fuck yeah, bro. I'm not stopping.
That's cool. I need to download TikTok just to follow you on there now. Like, the YouTube's not enough.
Won't stop. I'm like Diddy, baby.
You should end each TikTok. I don't know how TikTok works. I know it's only like 15-minute videos or 15-second videos.
You can go from 15 seconds to 60. You can't do longer than a minute.
Really?
Yeah. But it's kind of cool because you can like stop and edit and shit like that. So you can get a lot of content in that minute. That's cool. You know how to do it. I don't know.
I was going to say, if you want to see more, go check me out on YouTube.
Yeah, I've got Snapchat fingers now because I think I just have to hold it for as long as I want to record. And Snapchat will give you about 2 minutes, 3 minutes before it'll cut you off. But yeah. So I am having fun with it, but like,
what's your handle on TikTok so people can find you and look at these like shitty comments? Because I'm interested.
Par the Collector.
It's par
_ THA _ collector. Just like my YouTube channel, but they don't let you use spaces on TikTok. You have to use dashes or hyphens or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, underscores.
So I got underscores.
Okay. Cool.
Kind of like Instagram, I guess.
Right.
Never thought about it like
that. I'll have to check it out. The pin that I was talking about is the Suicide Squad.
Oh, I can't wait. Dude, did you watch the trailer?
I saw a teaser. Do they have like an official trailer?
Yeah, we got to watch the red band one. The red band.
Oh, okay.
Get to see King Shark eat a motherfucker.
Really?
It looks awesome.
So, are you excited for this? Because I'm not sure if I am.
I am. You know I am.
I know.
First of all, I love movies where the bad guys are the good guys. Or they want you to root for the bad guys. Because that's how I am. I am the Jimmy Conway of fucking movie watching. I root for the bad guy 9 times out of 10.
That's fair. I think most of us do. We enjoy a villain.
Well, I mean, if it's a good villain.
Yeah.
I don't root for the shitty villain, you know?
True.
But a good, well-calculated motherfucker.
Honestly, I just want to see Margot Robbie more as Harley Quinn.
Like, honestly, if that's all she played for the rest of her life, I'd be completely fine with that.
Me too. She does such a good job.
She does such a great job of that. And, like, she's a good actress. Like, she can do other stuff, but it's not as good as this.
Right.
Not
I think she's really stepping out of her element with it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. She's, I don't know. I thought something was wrong with her.
Yeah, you were concerned about the record. Trust me, my butthole's tight the whole time when we're recording.
Am I red or orange? Red.
You're the red one.
I'm red.
You've clipped a couple times, but it's okay.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
I get excited.
Yeah.
Especially when I have to go to war at TikTok with kids.
Right.
It takes a lot out of me.
But I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else you wanted to report on? I don't have a whole lot going on because of COVID still.
Just fucking work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a new haul video last week, guys. I don't know if anybody saw Action Figure Treasure Trove 4.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful, that's why I abbreviated it. But anyways, yeah, check it out on YouTube if you haven't seen it. I got enough stuff to do 3 more hauls, so I gotta get on that.
Yeah, you do need to be more consistent. But you have your TikTok now, so
yeah, that's taking up a lot of time.
Check out his TikTok, check out his YouTube.
You know what's crazy is like I have my YouTube attached to it. I was thinking like once people start watching my videos and they like that shit, like they'll be clicking on my YouTube left to right. I got 1 subscriber more since I've started doing this shit.
I'm sure. Oh, speaking of, so you know how we kind of like we're a little bit of a low end on the YouTube when it comes to our like reviews or whatever. So we like see some of our movies that kind of like get better review. Guess what movie is just fucking taking off for no reason?
Snyder Cut?
No.
No.
Guyver.
Really?
Guyver. It's just the views on that is just taking off, and I think it's fucking hilarious.
Really?
Because it was The Hole and what's the Christian Bale one?
Oh yeah.
Harsh Times.
Harsh Times, yeah.
Yeah, Harsh Times was our most viewed, but now for some reason, like the Guyver is taking off.
And Wheezy's episode too. That was a big one for us.
It was big, but it doesn't have the staying power like the other ones for some reason.
Is Harsh Times still going up? Like,
no, I think it kind of like teetered off, but it's just weird. Like I was looking at it the other day, and I'm just like, why is Guyver getting so much attention? Fucking hilarious, because that movie's amazing.
The only thing that sucks, like, I thought we had a really good talk about the Snyder Cut, but the only thing that sucks is like, I get on YouTube every day, and from where I have typed in Snyder Cut trailer, Snyder Cut this so much that like 3,000 Snyder Cut reviews have come up on my fucking phone.
Oh yeah, we're getting buried.
Not only that, but like people were doing it when they fucked up and released it 2 days early.
Yeah,
people were putting up reviews that day. No spoilers, promise. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Let everybody enjoy that bitch. At least give it 24 hours, dude.
Right. Let it come out first before you talk about it. But everyone's ready to.
And I get it. And I get people are excited. But I mean, like, if Zack Snyder could wait that fucking long to put it out, you could wait another fucking day to do your little stupid review.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. But it's whatever. We have our small little fan base.
We gave ours, what, like I don't know, probably 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we did ours, what, Saturday?
Yeah, give everyone a chance to kind of like watch the whole thing because it is 4 hours.
Right. And, we always, we don't put always spoilers, but like people know that we use spoilers a lot.
Yeah, we're kind of a spoiler heavy podcast.
I mean, fuck it, bro. I'm not going to not talk about my favorite part of a movie.
Well, we've said it before. Like, we assume that you've seen the movie that we're talking about. Like, you're not going to go watch a review of a movie that you haven't seen.
That's true. I would say that Snyder Cut's probably like one of like, what, 4 fucking reviews we've done on newer movies.
Yeah, it's Snyder Cut, Joker, Star Wars.
And then we did Tarantino.
Oh, right.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, we did that one.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, I don't think we did any other ones.
No, we don't do a whole. Like I said, when it comes to the newer stuff, we just do the ones we want to. We don't do everything because we just don't care about every movie that comes out.
Ooh, question: are we gonna do one for Godzilla vs King Kong?
Oh, we should because it's coming out.
We really fucking should. Dude.
Oh, so that means I got to push back my review because it's coming out tomorrow, today.
I think it did come out today.
Oh, it came out today.
I think it did.
Fuck, I know what I'm doing tonight.
It was either that or the 31st.
No, it definitely came out today.
Was it today?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't have time to watch that bitch tonight either. I'm sure it's fucking 2 hours.
I'm sure. Hours. You're not getting away from Psycho Gore, man.
No, I mean, I'll watch it and shit. I'm just saying, like, we can push that net back a week.
Yeah, we'll do it the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing next week is Psycho Gore, man. Well, it's a newer movie. It's a newer movie.
Right. Well, Snyder Cut, man, we waited 4 years on that bitch. We had to talk about that. We had to. But Kong versus Godzilla, like it is, I do think it's going to be good, and I am excited to see it. Like I'm not dying to talk about it like
that's true.
Like I was the Snyder Cut.
We can wait a little bit.
Right. It's only fair. We had to wait 2 weeks to do my movie, so we'll do yours next. Psycho Gore, man, huh?
Yeah.
The cover makes me feel like you gave me the sequel to the fucking Guyver. So I don't know, man. I'm not impressed so far. We'll see where it goes.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Have you seen this fucking movie?
Yeah, I've seen it, and it's fucking hilarious, and I love it.
Well, I like a good comedy. So.
Yeah, it is. It's a good comedy.
All right, well, we'll see.
Well, next time.
Later, y'all.
Later.